Hello, everyone. Today we're going to conquer the world as the Griffonian Empire under the Lord Protector. Last time we did the legitimate process of uniting the Herzland as the Lord Protector through our special secret path here, and now we will conquer everybody else. It's going to be a very interesting world conquest. We're going to go south first, though. We had some supply problems, but all the divisions now have logistics companies, so it should be fine. And our friend Ferdinand gives us some nice division organization, which is a huge buff. We'll also continue to get better advisors as our generals level up and we give new ones some traits like this, even though we don't really want army regrouping. If we can cross the river here and cut off these divisions, it'll be very easy to slowly weaken them over time. But if we're not able to encircle them, then this will be a long war where we'll just slowly build up more planes and casts and then maybe defeat them. Okay, yes, and our very genius, cute, if I may dare say, maneuver here succeeded and we crossed the river. Though the encirclement isn't ready yet, so we shouldn't celebrate. There's a scary night griffin wearing a helmet that's attacking us, so we should stay alert. Okay, now they're trying to retreat, so we'll pin them and keep using our tanks to maneuver. And now we should just have to take one of these two tiles so we can move into both those tiles at the same time to get maximum possibilities for encirclements. Okay, maybe this isn't going to be quite as easy as I thought. I guess it's important that we have air superiority where we're trying to push. And I've spotted here a very key supply hub that if we take will disrupt supply in this entire region here, making an encirclement around this river pretty easy if we can break in there. Unfortunately, though, we won't have a railroad connection to this city, though I will be building up my own railroad just to try to make something happen. Yeah, we'll start doing that here from this supply hub to that supply hub once we get it, which we now do have it. And we didn't get the full encirclement, but we still got 7 divisions, which is good enough. I won't complain. And we'll accept, or maybe not accept, some volunteers. They got into a fight, I think, or no, they're not in a fight. They just have created the worst border gore ever and are trying to make it up to us by sending us volunteers. This is not okay. Okay, so now we threaten an encirclement here if we can link up, though it's going to be difficult crossing this river from the side where we're crossing the river. It would be best if we could slowly move our way around here. We also got a small encirclement here. We could maybe in the future try to threaten something like that, but that's a little more tricky to pull off. It'd be better to just maneuver over here and continue maybe getting small encirclements along the border. And we did cross the river, though it is very important to remember that we're doing well, and it might seem like I'm doing good, but I'm not actually doing that good because casualties are pretty much even. For fighting AI, this is surprisingly close. And though it might seem like this is kind of easy because we don't have an enemy to the north right now, they are in a faction with New Maryland who put all their divisions into the Republic, so it is going to be a little bit more difficult, and our air supremacy is questionable. I was kind of stupid and I forgot to research fighter 2s, and we're only a year away to when we should have fighter 3s, so we're a little bit behind. Okay, we finally cut this off and we've been slimming out their divisions there. We'll encircle this soon. We're about to encircle this. Also, our economy isn't in the best shape right now, so I'm going to go off of free trade. It's a good idea to be on free trade if you can be on free trade, but we really can't afford it, so we'll go off of free trade temporarily. And so unfortunately the lunar ponies who are taking over the world can't buy our really good Griffonian steel or something, even though I don't think anybody's buying anything from us. A good thing to see, though, is the River Federation looks like it's going to fall, and they're a very strong late game enemy, so I'd much rather have Prywin in charge over there, or we can just rush over there and attack in the middle of this and make it a 3-way war. It's pretty hot. Speaking of hot, I like how there's one division on these 3 tiles. That is going to be a problem for them. Like, they have 2 divisions on this tile, but only 1 on those important tiles. And yeah, that was kind of easy. I am surprised I didn't see that sooner. We're also about to encircle them again in the south. Okay, and we're going to need to give up 10% consumer goods for a year to get a new navy because unfortunately New Maryland has become a major power, which is sad. Jet Set here is ruining our plans and going to force us to either declare war on Wingbarty, which I don't want to get involved down there before fully owning all of Aquilia, or using a navy to naval invade, or just getting lucky with subs, but we don't have any subs, so we kind of need the navy. Okay. Since I don't want to throw away all my manpower, I am going to be very careful. I could battle plan now. They're very weak, but I'm going to just keep encircling. Now things are looking a bit better. We have a lot more fielded pony power. Losses are 2-1, which is okay. It's still not what I prefer, but this is the first major war, so this is natural. And like I said in the last video, nothing is more difficult than the Herzschmerz or whatever it's called. Okay, now with the big bad to the south out of the way, even though we're the true evil here, let's be honest. We even have Warmonger as a trait. We're going to extend the war to Skyfall. They're a very easy target now, and we can actually capitulate them, though Hockland will be in the peace deal too, so that will be kind of annoying. I guess they have 0 war participation, so not annoying at all. Oh, I think we just got their navy too. That's kind of convenient. They have a pretty decently sized navy, at least big enough for us to temporarily get naval supremacy so we can finally capitulate New Maryland. I guess we didn't have to do that 10% consumer goods focus for a year. So in what I call a genius move, the New Maryland divisions are all right here in Aquilia, which has capitulated, and we are moving our divisions over to their capital, and they have not yet capitulated, so this is going to be kind of a tragedy for them. Yeah, they're not going to be very happy. Okay, and they're done. They capitulate, the 3 of them. And the Dread League is attacking the Arcturian Order. We'll see if they win. No matter if they win or lose, it doesn't really matter, though they're not a threat to us. Don't really know who's a threat to us. Everybody seems kind of weak. I guess the Crystal Empire is probably strong. The North, though, is very pathetic. We should definitely be going there next. This guy kind of looks like Oliver Cromwell too, so we have to take him out, so there's no potential other bird that can take our position as the historical figure's doppelganger. We have 24,000 medium tanks. I think we're about ready to make an all-medium tank army. I've done it before in this mod. Okay, now we go into the land of traitors, as the focus so nicely puts it. The despicable bandits. This guy trying to steal our Oliver Cromwell identity will pay. And this shouldn't be too bad. I think we can battle plan, but I will make one little encirclement first, just to show them how dominant we are. And yes, that was very easy. I think we will just battle plan because this is kind of pathetic. Though maybe one more, I can't resist. And see, this is why I was angry about the 1-2 casualties, because now we're getting 10-1 casualties battle planning. We were getting 1-2 encircling. They've got overrun in several places already, and we're not even using our tanks. I just kind of forgot about them once we did those encirclements. They also have Vadina as a puppet, but they just capitulated, so that's over. We can fix the stupid border gore of this one random state they got here. And if you watched the first video, we talked about how Whitetail, as they're called now, broke away from the Empire early on, but now they're finally coming back home. She's had her fun, though we've had a considerable amount more fun. Okay, so we're invading these islands now that I kind of forgot about, but while we do that, I'm going to invade Rumaire. They're very, very weak, but they have this strait crossing here, so we can't really invade them properly. The best way to invade them is to just let them cross, and then they'll do stupid things with their divisions. Yeah, so here we go. Now there's a path right to their capital, or, well, not anymore, but now that they're retreating, they don't have enough organization to defend the strait crossing, so now we take it. And yeah, that's how you defeat small countries. So now if we wanted to, we could move the capital to Griffinstone, but it's kind of a bad capital because Griffinheim is a much more central place in the continent, so we're keeping the capital in Griffinheim, despite moving it to Griffinstone having some buffs. The war support really doesn't matter. Like, we're in an offensive war and have 100%, and political power obviously doesn't matter. Okay, we're now finishing off the south. This war is still going on too. They still haven't resolved this, which is perfect because they're our next destination. We're also receiving some volunteers from the Lunar Empire, the Moon Worshippers. We'll be going over there eventually, though. Don't misunderstand the situation. We're just temporary best friends. We're also producing 50 medium tanks, and these are 41 with medium tanks. They're not small baby medium tanks. These are the real deal. So we were actually declared on. So we're in a defensive war right now. That's kind of funny. I think what I'm gonna do is deploy these 50 tanks to put on the border. Now we do Wingbardi Delenda Est and assault the grounds of Carthen. They're going to be very, very angry, but they dared oppose us. There's no Bigolini, so I can't make fun of them too much today, though. At least after we give the grounds a proper salting, we'll be able to core everything. I just noticed that we had 5 railway guns in our capital. I kind of forgot that we had been making these, but we have quite a few now. This is good. We will bring them to the front lines as we attack the Holy Order of Hellquill. They're like one of our frontier knightly nations that isn't quite loyal to the Lord Protector. So now we move finally into the east. We'll declare war on everybody here. They're already fighting amongst themselves, so this will be no problem at all. We also have 19 nuclear bombs. That's just what our good friend Dawnclaw needed, of course. We don't really need those though, because these modern tanks are so good. You know, I think we should rename these modern tanks to something more fitting. Something very powerful. Only true shaky bakies will get. I guess we could use one of these, but there's no point. I'm only going to use them when I'm trying to get rid of all the bats that have infested this continent. But yeah, this will be a fun battle plan because yeah, I don't think we really need to micro anything anymore. Of course, we could be more careful with our manpower, but that's really not going to be necessary. This is a very convenient situation. The River Coalition, from my past experience doing like 6 or 7 world conquests in this mod, they tend to get pretty good tanks, and it makes it very annoying. Even late game, when we're this powerful, it's still kind of a pain to deal with them. But since they've been in this war for 5 years or something, or maybe even more than that, they're just all so weak. And we can even change these occupation laws in some of these places too to integration, I believe. I just kind of forgot about it because we're just so powerful that it doesn't really matter. But yeah, once we get 40% compliance, we can get cores on almost all the continent besides the Riverlands. I guess I can move some air while all those divisions are moving forward, at least do something. So I've kind of hit an impenetrable wall here. I have good supply. I just can't break through these guys. Like, the only thing that can break through are the Chad tanks. Everything else just is hitting a brick wall. So the AI has activated the makeshift bridges. Oh, I guess it expired, but for some reason the AI has been activating makeshift bridges, which helps you cross rivers. It's usually used for tanks. I don't know why the AI is just spamming the ability. It looks like they stopped, but it was really weird. I don't know if I've ever seen the AI use makeshift bridges, just because it's only something you use to cross rivers, I think. I don't know why they'd be using it. They're on the defensive too. Oh, I completely forgot about this. We're running into a wall, but I have the best anti-wall mechanism ever. 41 of them, to be precise. Where are they? Here is the strategic bombers. Okay, let's use some of these. We'll just use them all, and then then we will battle plan again, because all these divisions will have no organization. Oh, they naval invaded us. It doesn't matter. They can't move forward. They're gonna lose. We have ultimate power now. It doesn't matter how well defended they are. And this thing in the south is a blessing in disguise, because they have more divisions on this front line than they do on their main one now, so we're going to capitulate them all. And just because you own a bit of land that's my land doesn't mean that you're not going to capitulate. I'm even going to encircle them here in this stupid thing they're trying to do. About to take Nimbusi, and then we'll finish this. There's another person in the war, but they didn't really do anything compared to us. They just somehow managed to survive. They're the country with Senator Armstrong. Well, time for one last little battle on the continent here between these guys. They're kind of cute. We'll make sure it's quick and painless. We can establish huge land. Sounds like an amusement park. Oh, it was right here. Huge land. I can't wait to ride the attractions there. Anyways, that's the end of our focus tree, so that's where I'll be leaving it off. We could always go after the Lunar Empire and then the Dread League, which I believe you have to have defeated every single other country to attack them, if mechanic is still the same. That is all for today. We've established all of our puppets. It's all very nice. But yeah, bye. Hello, every pony. Welcome. I just can't do this. I really want to in a video, probably. It's just a little too much. I don't know. I really want to, though. It's just something that I feel like I need to do. I've like got to that level of, I don't know. Maybe I've just played this mod too much. I've still only watched like 2 episodes of this show. It's not like that much. I'm not like a brony or anything. It's just, I'm to that point, okay? When I'm playing this, it's just the most natural way to introduce things, but I just can't bring myself to put it in the video. But I'll put this in the video somewhere.